Okay, it's been fixed. So now I've got the exact same oil ignition transformer there as I do now here. It's been connected. These two capacitors have both been replaced, swapped in with another pair of the same 3300 UF 16,000 volt rated capacitors. The measurement connection. The 80 kilovolt meter has its negative tied to the common negative side via this long resistor chain inside the PVC to prevent that breakover. The positive then is connected down here on the positive plate, which is connected to the left side configuration. And then secondarily I have this kilovolt meter here, which is a 40,000 volt meter. Its negative is connected to the positive end of the left side supply, which is going to the base, which means that the max positive figure noted there is the negative starting point noted for this meter here, which is then connected with its positive lead to the positive side of the second supply, which is on the right. Right, and it goes up and comes out on the top electrode, which doesn't have anything connected to it to short out. So the fact that the bottom plate is connected via that meter and that resistance string enforces a 500 microamp draw to be able to generate the reading on that meter. And that 500 microamp draw is what generates the skew as it's measured currently on this meter, which is making this a negative relative to this positive, but they're both positive, okay? And their working potential is a base of about 54,000 volts. So let's just turn it on, crank it up, right? Let's see, here's this one. Let's get up to there we go, resonance state. Okay. It's about 54,000 volts, right? And then we come down and we look at this meter. It's about 4,000 volts, and that's making the right side, or the top electrode, positive, and the left side, or the bottom electrode, is negative. But they're both positive though. So the bottom plate is at 54,000 volts, top plate is at this much voltage higher than that 54,000 volts, which is about 4,000 volts is all, which makes it about 58,000 volts total. So its bottom plate is 54,000 volts positive, top plate is 58,000 volts positive, and there's a 4,000 volt differential that's generating a current that will act as an attractant between the two in some degree. Still got to work out the best mechanism, but I got to start actually poking holes, I think, in this at offset distances, so I can stick a lead in that's just going to sit inside that gap, one from the top and one from the bottom, and then I'm going to have to set it up coming out to the same size capacities, but at varying distances. So from the outer edges into the middle, and then see what kind of voltage is measured at the particular gapping, because it's an 8.5 inch gap overall, maybe a 9 inch gap if you discount the top positive point in there. So anyway, at least it's back working. That's a good thing. Going any further up in current, here's the input on it, right? It's at about the 40,000 mark. And the volts over here were drawn about 90 volts, 80 volts at almost an amp, 3/4 of an amp. So we're still about 100 watts or so. Excuse me. So we'll see what it takes to draw off this, as long as something else doesn't blow up.